Also, I took out the old growth from Drosera serpens. I replaced it because it was looking unbearable. It was looking unbearable. So much old growth and so much vining that I decided to yank it all out and replace it with new growth. Also, like 2 or 3 months ago, I took out the Venus flytraps from dormancy. Now they're out here. They're looking a bit dead because I repotted them like last week and took them outside. This is their propagations and some Drosera paradoxa propagations. This is a new one. This is Drosera indica red. And if you can see those flowers, very pretty. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Pretty flowers. Anyway, their growth habit I've noticed is very different from the green ones over there, the serpents. The indicas tend to curl back their old growth leaves when they're trying to crawl around, as you can see. The serpents doesn't do that. The serpents just kind of lets those leaves hang at an angle but not fully close them down. What else? The Pediolaris is growing. It's been getting bigger. Same with the propagations of the Capillaris. And then yeah, that's the propagations for more paradox. The typical reds are right there. This is a new one. It's a hitchhiker from that plant over there. It's a spatulata, I believe, but I don't know which variety. I think it's just a typical spatulata though, but there's so much things going on. That's a Burmanii Humpty Doo. I also got it as a volunteer plant or a hitchhiker. I've been trying to propagate that too because it's very pretty, especially in the summer. The Biblis I finally took out of the pot because they were looking very old and starts dying, but they're gonna be replaced by the seeds they left in that soil. I'm trying to dry it out, trying to make it experience some extreme dryness. Anyway, once the sun comes up in this very wet weather, I'll put it out in the sun and maybe even treat it with smoke so it grows faster. Because if I remember last video, the smoke treated Biblis liniflora sprouted faster. Yeah, those two are new additions like last couple weeks. That's Drosera peltata on the left and Drosera lanata on the right. They're tubers sundews. They're still in their tuber. I'm trying to get them a little bit wet till they sprout, and then we can grow them. It's perfect because from what I heard, those two can be grown in lowlands with some success. I've heard like 2 growers being successful with that, and I've also heard that these 2 species are more tolerable with the lowland conditions because tubers drosseras, they want highland conditions, they want cold. Anyway, since I figured this December it's very cold and probably that temperature will last till about February, I better grow them and see for myself. That one, those two pots are the same Utricularia as I showed in that jar. And then that one is a new acquisition too. It was just given to me. That's Utricularia heterosepala. Yeah. It's still starting to grow into the pot because I think I put it there like a couple of weeks ago. And then this is the Stelidium debile that I got from a friend too. I put some Utricularia heterosepala there because my plan for this is I want it like to be filled with flowers. Yeah, just that, just a flowering pot. I'll put it in a better looking pot once I found something that looks neat. Yeah, it's been spreading. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 plants right there, and more coming from the roots. Anyway, this is the pitcher plant hybrid that I talked about in the previous video. That update was October 28th, I think, but now it's December, so a couple months passed by, and the plantlet got bigger. The upper pitchers are starting to show now. There's a couple right there, and one more at the back, I think. Yeah, right there. Anyway, this Viking hybrid, I don't think it's gonna make an upper pitcher. I think this is pretty much still the same pitcher, like same lower pitchers, because if you can see, they grow like that backwards and then they face up like that, so not quite the upper pitchers yet. The Brishana is looking nice, but not much update with that. Among the orchid collections of my aunt, I also got this Hoya carnosa, Hoya excavata that is starting to vine. I really should repot this soon, or at the very least trim this because I want more growths on the base. Yeah,